Alexander the Great, often hailed for his speed, once spent 7 months stuck. 7 months besieging a city that seemed utterly impenetrable. This wasn't a mountain fortress or a heavily fortified land capital. This was Tyre, an island city, a maritime power, sitting half a mile off the coast, daring any conqueror to approach. The year was 332 BC. Alexander, fresh from victories at Granicus and Issus, was sweeping south, aiming to secure the entire Mediterranean coastline before truly facing Persia. Every city fell before him until he reached Tyre. The Tyrians, Phoenician descendants of master mariners and traders, were not easily intimidated. Their city was renowned for its wealth, its purple dye, and above all, its formidable defenses. They believed themselves invincible, and for good reason. The city itself was split into 2 parts, an old city on the mainland, long since abandoned, and the new, formidable island city. Its walls reportedly soared to 150 feet in places, built directly from the sea, making any direct assault suicidal. Alexander, ever the pragmatist, understood the strategic imperative. Leaving Tyre unconquered would mean a hostile naval base at his back, threatening his supply lines and undermining his control of the sea. He had to take it. But how? His navy was smaller than Tyre's, bolstered by Persian ships. A direct naval attack was risky. A land assault was impossible. That's when Alexander conceived of a plan so audacious it bordered on madness. He would build a land bridge. He would construct a causeway, nearly a mile long, to connect the mainland to the island. Imagine the scale, building a road across open water, exposed to constant attack, using nothing but ancient technology and brute force. His engineers, accustomed to building siege towers and ramparts, now faced the ultimate challenge. They began by demolishing the old mainland city of Tyre, using its stones, timber, and rubble as foundation material. Thousands of soldiers and local laborers were pressed into service. Day after day, they dumped rock, timber, and earth into the shallows. The causeway slowly grew, inch by painstaking inch, towards the island. The Tyrians, watching this colossal effort from their towering walls, initially scoffed. They believed the sea would claim Alexander's folly, but as the causeway crept closer, their amusement turned to alarm. They began to harass the builders. Tyrian triremes, swift and powerful, would launch raids, firing arrows and javelins, disrupting the work, and forcing the Macedonians to construct protective palisades. The deeper the causeway ventured into the sea, the more vulnerable it became. The water grew deeper, the currents stronger. Storms would frequently undo weeks of work, washing away sections of the nascent bridge. Alexander, however, was unyielding. He personally supervised the work, inspiring his men. He understood that failure here would not only be a military defeat, but a profound blow to his reputation and morale. The Tyrians then devised a truly terrifying weapon. They filled a transport ship with combustible materials, towed it close to the causeway, set it ablaze, and launched it. The burning vessel slammed into the wooden defenses, igniting them. The Macedonians fought desperately to extinguish the inferno, but large sections of their hard-won causeway and its siege towers were destroyed. It was a major setback, and for a moment, hope seemed to dwindle. But Alexander, true to form, refused to be beaten. He ordered the construction to resume, this time making the causeway wider and reinforcing it with even stronger materials. He doubled down. Crucially, Alexander realized he needed a navy. He gathered ships from Sidon, Rhodes, and Cyprus cities that had defected from Persia. He soon commanded a fleet larger and more skilled than Tyre's. With his new fleet, Alexander blockaded Tyre, preventing their raids on the causeway and cutting off their supplies. Naval skirmishes became a daily occurrence, further testing the Tyrian resolve. After 7 grueling months, the impossible was achieved. The causeway, now a formidable structure, reached the island city. Siege engines, once useless against Tyre's sea walls, could now be brought directly to bear. Alexander launched a multi-pronged assault. Siege towers, some reportedly 200 feet high, were pushed against the walls. Battering rams pounded at the gates, while his ships attacked from the sea. The city finally fell. The resistance was fierce, and the Macedonians, having endured months of frustration, showed little mercy. Thousands of Tyrians were killed and many more sold into slavery. The siege of Tyre stands as a testament to Alexander's unparalleled ambition, ingenuity, and sheer force of will. He didn't just conquer a city, he conquered the very sea that protected it. The Causeway, a mile-long monument to human perseverance, remained long after Alexander had moved on, eventually becoming part of the mainland. It literally changed the geography of the region, a physical scar on the landscape. It's a forgotten engineering marvel, a pivotal moment where an island city's invincibility was utterly, painstakingly dismantled, paving Alexander's path to Egypt and further glory. A truly world-changing construction. Discover another forgotten tale of audacious construction in our next video.